Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning, Futures Trader. David, good morning. Adam, good morning. Brad, good morning. DJ Mike, good morning. Rebecca, how are you? Good morning. Big Money Steven, good morning. All right, guys, cash market open right here. We have a market that is in sync on the short side. Both the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. And rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. We have a harmony zone number one of 57 by 67 and 82 by 92 is zone number two. We'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 75. We are in the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko, so I'm expecting a bit of a push upward at the open, potentially just to see how um, the market is. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we should see a little bit of a bounce at the open here. ES has a target of 56.42. Harmony zone number one is 29 by 26 and 29. Oh wow, yeah, it has not closed a one candle all night long on ES. So ES really it's still stronger than NQ. I just noticed that. A potential captain setup short right here. I mean that can put a bit of, yeah, here we go. Put a little bit of stability in price. Yeah, so we're getting a captain setup. We're getting a retest of it, and the market is pushing. So really, the 50 needs to hold, and it looks like we're gonna run up here a little bit. I mean, they're heading toward Globex. Interesting, yeah. That's they're grinding it up here. let's draw the channel. So we're testing harmony zone number 1, which is the first line of resistance, and also Globax. So we definitely need to see a market that holds this level right here if the shorts to gather any momentum or resume their momentum. They're definitely, so they put a captain setup, they put a retest of it, then they put a switch trade into Globax. So ultimately that 75.80 needs to hold. The market is out of sync now. So we went from in sync to out of sync. Vitaly, good morning. So multiple switch trades in this environment right here. Here we go. That's another captain setup here. I mean, that's interesting. That should be worth a staking. 55 entry. So the target, it should be like 35 and 30 on that. As long as they hold on to that 65. I'm gonna put an order out there. If this candle closed, yeah, and it did, I'm gonna cancel that order. Here we go, a retest of that. You could see that there's a better distribution and resistance around that harmony zone number 1, and especially if they close this candle down. Yeah, see how quickly that kind of came in. Ultimately, a break under 47 is going to get us to 40, 45, and then 35 can be a possibility. And that would be a stop run against that move, because they took out the stop runs right above that captain setup just to fade it. So that's a selling pressure into a resistance. Yeah, we just got to get that price action under 47. They're playing a game here. Somewhat of a bull flag going on here. Okay. Get that 47. I mean, you know, even after the 47, you may get a bounce. But we should get to 47. Like we're too close. And that will put on, by the way, a captain setup short on the 40 NT Rinko if we break that 47. Here it comes. We should get like a flush here. They're not. They're not. Come on. That's a captain setup with a stop under 60, above 66. So they're churning people around Globex. Here we go, one more time. I'm gonna take a shot at it. I'm gonna stop myself if we break above that 60. Just gonna keep it very small. All right. So right in this spot, right in the spot, after multiple lows, they needed to kind of break it, and I needed to kind of keep my stop very tight. Plus, you got yourself a captain set up short on that 40 NT Rinko. So the typical reaction is a continuation trade, multiple candles on that in that direction, and it's either gonna quickly materialize or not. Yeah, we don't have much news coming up today, so that's good. Good morning, Sheila. SNK, good morning. All right, so they ran the shorts, right, and came back in, right? So we do have harmony zone number one. So that got tested multiple time, and they ran it up on those stops, and we got close to harmony zone number two. That is a zone of 82 by 92. Hey G Money, how are you? Yep. That was a good one. That's where my stop was. And we got ourselves a harmony zone number two that's holding up as a resistance, and a break under that 47 will set the stage for a continuation push toward the 32. You get to 32, then the market is going to be in sync on the short side, and the shorts can have a continuation trend trade that will take us to the 807. And if we get to 807, then we're going lower. If the market breaks harmony zone number 2 above 92, then that shifts things around. Joseph, good morning. If we break 57, actually before we break 57, breaking 61 and a half. So then 57, then the shorts are back in the game. But right now, I mean, they're counter. The market is out of sync. I'm gonna give it another shot here in a moment if we break anything under that 65. Yeah, well, that didn't happen, so we're gonna cancel our order. Let's give the market a little bit of space. I mean, if they run up the stops one more time. So how they're treating the stops? Um, they're making higher lows right now. So that's the bullish in nature. They're running into resistance. Resistance is a 82 by 92 harmony zone number 2. So that is, I mean, like literally right here. As they run these stops, they need to kind of come to a place where they hold it off, especially when you come into harmony zone number 2. So 78, 98. So 98. Let them come here. Let them close that candle. I'll add to it. Can we get 75? I mean, 75 is a good spot for me to take my first. Took a third one. Four and five. That's one, two, three, four, and I will go break even on the rest. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. I expected a little bit better on that one, be honest with you, but it's holding it up. So I need to kind of be careful here. But we got ourselves a first time retest or test of Harmony Zone number 2, and I got into it, accumulated, and did a reversion to the mean trade. I end up in 5 contracts. You know, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm ready for the next trade. Yeah, there's no drop. I mean, what was the expectation out of that first touch? And we constantly go back to this idea of a first touch, and especially at these levels. I mean, look what happened in Harmony Zone number 1. I mean, that was the first touch. It was a captain setup. It gave you a reversion to the mean and tested it like 3 more times. Then the market gets into Harmony Zone number 2, and you're getting that reaction. So those first touches are my best shot at really capturing a move to the middle of the range. Then it's really kind of up to the market to give me more. And if it doesn't, and if it pauses, stop playing games, I'm out. So, taking a look here, I mean, they're taking out the top end of the Harmony Zone number 2, and we're going to potentially the 907, and that will reverse this structure. Man, I tell you, this market is so notorious. Look at this. I mean, here we go, and they hit it. They hit the 907. So now they're giving us a swing target of 932.75. I don't know if I'm too excited about really buying here into a bigger target, but that's what the market is giving. And now Harmony Zone number one as a support is 82 by 72. And then we have 57 by 47 is Harmony Zone number two. So pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 932.75. And this channel is an upward channel. Rebecca, how is Rebecca doing? And G Money. All right, Rebecca, follow me on this one quickly here. Go to your dashboard on your Apex, and under dashboard, there's a button called flatten accounts. So you're gonna see it right here, right? So that's your dashboard. Click on it. And once you get your ATF, go to flatten accounts. Under flatten accounts, you're gonna get your let me see here. Is there disabled? So they've disabled it. And if you have an open position, click on that link and follow their instructions on how to flatten an account. If any of your accounts or your trades are stuck for any reason, move quickly into closing them, and go to the website and follow that instruction. Don't leave it open expecting yourself to get lucky. One minute. Tahir, good morning. Target is 932. Target is 932. Trade of peace, good morning. Good morning. So like right here, we're at the top end of the Globex band, and that's an area of a bit of resistance that the market can put on. I'm gonna go ahead and take on a short here, and that should get me close to the 900 with a stop at 34. But I'm gonna tighten up things here in a second, and I'm gonna be more of a scalper here than anything else. Ah, oh yeah, yeah, you don't want to play that game, huh? I don't necessarily want to see that. I am going and taking that profit. So I got in short right here, added and covered into the reversion of the mean trade. I mean, this can give us a bigger move. Be honest with you, but I mean, here you go, boom. So why here? Oh wow, yeah. Market is out of sync. I I thought I was doing good with the reversion to the mean trade, but look what they did. You know. So why up here? Why short up here? Because they just took out the stop and paused. So why are you pausing up here? Then location. You just broke the Globex band for the first time, and that's typically an area where the market at a minimum consolidate. So you have a stop run and also a pause and also location. So an entry here has a location of a target at 905 to 900 as a retest. So I accumulated into that run and took it. Another captain set up short. So we have testing harmony zone number one, right? So they're testing it, and now they're putting a captain setup. This should run below 79. It should. I'm just gonna pause and let the market do its thing here. Um, this is the channel number one. I don't want to short into support. That's the only problem. Which here you go. They countered it. The market is not in sync. The market is out of sync between the 200 and the 100, and we just hit support for the first time. Okay. Yeah. All right. So right click, go to indicator, go to swing trade, and under entry, you have entry style width. I have it as That's the line. Put 9, and here under stop, let me see here. So 18. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Entry band color and entry band heights and ticks. I have it at 18. So that's what you need to do. You follow? All right, so right here, what is the market doing? It's a lot of noise, a lot of consolidation. Like they put a captain setup short, rolled it over, and came back in. They're putting a captain setup long, so you're getting a lot of this back and forth, sideway consolidation, very close to the top end of the Globex band. You know, if they close this candle lower right here, you're gonna get a little bit of a push lower. Be honest with you, and I'm gonna just take a chance at it here, and put a stop very tight above that 900. And if we take on a little bit more heat, I'll add to it one more time, and we should see a flush right here. I don't want to see 98. If I see 98, I'm out. Like I'm gonna even make it a little bit tighter. Oh yeah, come on baby, don't do this. I'm out. I'm out ahead of it. Yep, I'm out ahead of it. That needed to really kind of flush. So if they're gonna go up here, then I need to be out of it. I actually took a smaller stop than I thought I was gonna do it. So what's happening here? It's just a lot of noise. I don't want to get involved in that right now. You gotta either break that 80 or break that 920. Brother, I got my shorts really paid. Not here though. Not in this spot. Not in this spot. We took a shot. Typically, right here, you'll get a 2 to 3 candle follow through if they do this. But if they flip it to a switch trade and it becomes a captain setup switch trade, then I need to be out of that trade. Yeah. All right. So what's the big picture? The big picture is market for the first time hits harmony zone number one. Excuse me. Um, and that is the first touch of that zone. Market reversed, put a short signal, then a long signal, double long signal, and now we're sitting here in this stair step price action. Stair step price action. So okay, so if I want to play the short game, what do I have to get? At a minimum, we need to get back to Globex. The Globex is 957.75. Okay, I should Be very conscious of that. Now, ES, since the market is going to the moon and there's no worry in the world, right? ES is going to a trend target of 56.48 and a quarter. Okay, harmony zone number one is 56.35.75 by 32, 29 by 26, and we'll reevaluate the longs if we break under Globex, which is 56.29 and a half. Okay, so that is, that's what the market is doing there. Target is 56.48 and a quarter. This is the second touch of harmony zone number two, and I'm telling you, the biggest move would be 830 and a half. If we get 830 and a half, that would be a captain setup short on the 200 NT Rinko. That will be a massive move. That will be a massive move. Oh, some weakness, some weakness, some weakness coming in. The Globex, I'm telling you, that Globex is gonna be something to see. That 57.75. Steven, I gotta look at that in a minute, man. Uh, Give me some time before I start playing around with stuff right now. Here we go. Captain setup short. Captain setup short on the 200 NT Rinko. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. That is a big signal to short, and that could be the high of the day on a lower high above that, around that 927. And the target for all of this is 702. 702. What did you say, Adam? You're not gonna get paid on that short? Is that what you said? Okay, let's go. That is big. That's a big deal right here. Well, brother, you just made too much money in a PA. That's what you just did. You just made 10 grand in one account on a PA. Yeah, they're going to flag you like nobody's business. Good job, though. But do you know what? That means that you just have to make more money now. I know, but you still have that 30% rule. So you're in a 30% rule deal. But you know what? Hey man, congratulations. That's 10 grand in a PA, just one of them or multiple. Well, that's a good accident. All right, man, congrats. And you just now have to make a lot more money in that account so you can get paid. All right, so for the rest of us that did not make 10 grand, let's keep working. And that would be retest of harmony zone number one. And that's Globex retest as well. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm telling you, the target here is 807.75. What we're seeing here is a big deal. The probability of this market reversing and going all the way to 907. I'm not saying it never happens, but there's just the probability of that happen is less than 10%. The probability of 807 showing up is very, very high. That doesn't mean that the market's not going to challenge some of these levels into trying to shake some people out. But the 807 is a big deal, and it's going to be a high probability event. You're looking at ES 5648 is the target, and we are okay. So the market is breaking harmony zone number 2. The odds are we're going to break into the 5623 and a quarter. Then the market's going to shift on ES and becomes short the rallies with 2 different resistance levels. So it's not there yet, but once we get to 5623, then that would be the key to reread that market. ES is stronger than NQ. Here comes the 807. They're taking out okay, so they took out the stops here, ran it up, took out the stops right above 42 to 52 and sold it off. Now they're taking out the stops right under that level. Let's see how strong they are here. Yeah, they're gonna get 807. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna be even question here. We're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. The market, the harmony wave disconnected. And they're coming back in. Target is 807. G Money, how we doing? Rebecca, please give me an update where you're at on your orders. G Money is good. Okay. Make sure you're I'm gonna send you a private message here very quickly. Okay, so they're taking out the stops. They're trying to hold on to it. So they're taking out the stops right here. Let's see how well they handle that. $36.46. So 46. Let's see what they do at 46. Yeah, they're coming back in. Well, that's a pause. So there's a captain. There's a captain set up long at 833. Okay, so I'm gonna take a shot here. I'm gonna stop myself. I'll give it another shot here in a second. Well, this spot right here is not necessarily a bad spot, but there's a better spot right above it. Ah, yeah, see that? There's a captain set up long that they put on at 883. That's fine. That's I'm being a bit more careful here. And this is where we at for the day. From earlier trades. So we're about $700 in. Yeah, look at that. That's a little bit too tight. I'm being a little bit too careful here. Here we go. So we're coming into to the bottom end of that range, and let's see how they handle the stop. So far, we looked at the 46, and we got man, the 46 would have been perfect. So 46, and then they faded that whole structure. I took a small stop in that one, being too careful, but the market is gearing itself toward that target we talked about, which is the 807. 807 is the key, and here it comes. Now you're gonna most likely see a bit of that flush. Here comes, boom, done. All right, so 807 is there. Next target is 782.75. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Location wise, where we at gets you an oversized bounce back up, because that is the Harmony, the Globex band area. Okay, so that's the typical place where the market can stabilize. So I don't want to get short here, but I want to get short a little bit higher if I can get into a retest of Harmony zone number one. Actually, it's not a retest; it's a first-time retest or test, excuse me, and that would be 32 by 42 and 57 by 67 is zone number one and two. We'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 850, and we should be seeing a bit of counter trends here. Which short? Those are two switch trades in a row, by the way, and that's a good. What is it? 20. Can I get a push to 10? If it pauses here, I'm out. Don't pause. Don't pause. Don't pause. Don't pause. Don't pause. It's pausing. I hate it when it does that. But it's okay. It's it's gonna probably go right here. Uh, oh yeah, it's gonna go. I feel I'm a little bit jumpy on some of these orders. I mean, that is a beautiful short here. It's within my risk control. I took it out for a small stop, and here I'm taking a small profit when all I gotta do is just kind of wait for the market to kind of move. So I think I'm kind of in the protectionist mode of protecting profit, which is really not a good place. So I'm gonna take a walk and shake it off and come back in. But our target, while that is happening, 782, 782.75, 782.75. I'll be back. All right, back in action. So we're getting that kind of bounce that we were talking about. Our target is 782.75. Noticing something here that is worthy of mention. Look at how this price is acting here. See, you're getting that first run up, then the market makes a switch trade, runs up just a tad bit, and then boom, crashes, right? Where did they do that? Right here. So that's the thing the market is doing right now, which is basically they build stops, run them, and then the pressure is overwhelming and it comes in. But that switch trade that traps that a little bit more of the longs and also gets rid of more shorts. I was one of them. Keep an eye on that pattern because that may connect. That may repeat itself. Captain setup. Putting the captain setup. There is a lot of accumulation going on here in ES as well. ES put a captain setup long in and around 625, and now they're going back up to that level. And if they do, then we're gonna see a run up to 627.50 on ES. You have to get to 25 if they do. If they do that, then the whole structure is gonna start inching up. No, the market is in sync on the short side. We're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity between on ES and NQ. Okay, and we have a harmony zone number one of 32 by 42 on NQ and 57 by 67. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Target 782, 782, 782. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, you're preaching to the choir, Adam. That is a point of contention with a lot of traders, but we got to do what we got to do, and just keep making that money. That's the bottom line. Keep making good decisions. That's the bottom line. Target is hit. Next target is 757. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, and we are looking for harmony zone number one to be 807 by 817, and 882 by 42 is harmony zone number two. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, and let's go. 757. ES has closed. Target for ES is 617. Harmony zone number one is 629 by 32 and 35 by 38. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. We have Globex at 629. So as long as we protect that 629, rallies are shortable, and we're gonna start getting some steam in this market. Ultimately, a reversion to the mean behavior in NQ will lend itself to a push toward that 711, if you like that number. Ethan, man, I haven't heard anything from you today. David, futures trader, SNK, where we at? Joseph. Okay. David is done. Future trader doing good. Target is 757. Target is about to hit. Target is hit. Next target 732.75. Harmony zone number one shifted to 782 by 92. 807 by 817 is zone number two. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. If we go anything above 800, that makes me reevaluate the shorts. Brad, how's Brad doing? I don't know what I thought. I just thought about you for a reason. I don't know why. How is Brad doing? Okay. All right, let's keep working, buddy. Let's keep working. $62, 52. Okay. So they what they did here is just took out the stops and they're starting to roll them back up. They're trying to fade that market back up to retest harmony zone number one, which a good retest is if they break the 90 and they flip back in, and that would be a good test of harmony zone number one. We're still looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity, but the market is going to be out of sync here shortly. Yeah, it's going to go out of sync. If we break anything above 85, we're going to be out of sync. Out of harmony. See that? Okay, so they're doing the same thing. See, they're doing the same thing here. I mean, I don't know why. They're doing the same thing that they're doing here again. That's why I keep saying, okay, take a look here. Market is out of sync, but we are in a distribution area. Sorry, guys. I've been talking, thinking that I had my mic on. But took the captain setup into that push, into the middle of the range. And that was a retest of harmony, or first test of harmony zone number 2. Then the market puts on a captain setup. So that is the reason for that trade. And then reversion to the mean is the middle of the range. I took a quick profit. Then now the market is stair stepping lower, consistent with a short market. This is consistent with a short market. And we need to see 770. That will get the market in sync on the short side, and we can make a bigger push. And now not only that, but they put on a captain setup long into a captain setup short into a switch trade. So then this whole formation, including this zone, is a solid resistance to any upward momentum. The whole neutral zone right here. Okay. So now what the market is doing is they made that high. We took advantage of it. the market is making multiple attempts at harmony zone number one, and it's fading. That resistance zone that we talked about, which is the harmony, the neutral zone, is holding up. And then, a break under 72 is going to really trigger some selling pressure and momentum. And ultimately, the 70 is the key, will get us back in sync on the short side. There's a captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko with an entry at 78. So that is helping also. ES tested harmony zone number one and pulled back. So I think what the market is trying to do here is trying to build up stops. I mean, it's constantly doing that anyway, but Chop Fest is all right. Yep, that's what it is. This is a place where we can conserve a little bit of capital. Yeah, that's. I mean, if they make a switch trade right here, that would be not a bad spot. I mean, let them run the stops a little bit here. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, they want to come into that 800 and play around with it for a little bit. Let them do that. Just tricky. I mean, you put a captain setup, run it up here, come back in here. It's just all over the place, man. And they run the stop. I mean, like literally running the stop, then they go back up. So really, what the market needs to do is the following: it needs to go to that 70, not the 70. Actually, you need to go 70 and a half. We need to break 70 and a half because that will get the market back in sync, and that's a state that's worth kind of participating in, and versus getting stuck in this rotation, which is does nothing but like trading the middle of the range is you have to have stops like way wide, and that's not a good idea here. So you're almost like better off letting the market run the stops and fade it, or run to 70 and then run up and then fade it. But trading here, you're seeing it's just a chop fest. If we break 78 right now, will be a captain set up short on 77.75. Will be captain set up short on the 40 NT Rinko, and that's a good start for the selling pressure. I mean, you're seeing that neutral zone, it's just a wall. Hey Thomas, good morning. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you. How are you? So if I'm asking myself a question, what is a good decision here? What is a good trade? What's a good decision? Um, a good decision is to wait. Let the market get out of this very tight range. I know you would have been rich, Ethan, trading that zone. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 7 times in a row. This thing just hits it, boom, hits it, boom. You know, I like the first touch, but it gave you like 7 of them. G money, can't touch this. So, Ethan, you got 2 of them, yeah. Well, see, the thing for me, at least at a minimum, is I gotta recognize the state as close to it, as close to it as possible. Like it cannot be like a consolidation, then figure out it's consolidation, then get chopped up in it. Sometimes that happens, but the skill that I'm constantly working on is, do I see that state of mind that the market is in? Because everything that you see in front of you is not a necessarily just price action. It's a state of mind that the market is in. So the market went from a state of mind of sell, 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 panic, sell. It's the high to a pause, and now they're wondering. So the wondering state of mind, it's always searching for levels because it's unsure. And they're unsure about what? Of value, location. They're unsure of personality. So when the market is unsure, it does this. That's a consolidated market. So what's the early signs that there's a consolidation? Is the prior state disconnects. So where did that happen? Right here. That's the first part of it, is the fact that the market made a switch trade after concluding a harmony wave. Then the cloud shifts. That's another sign. Then testing harmony zone number 1 and 2. Okay, so that's the market got out of sync. They got out of sync, but tested a very major level. We took advantage of that. Then tested harmony zone number 1, and now that's the first test. And after that, you're just sitting there saying, okay, what's next? What's next? Show me breaks of major levels. Otherwise, I'm not playing. You know? So that's the logic, at least in my head. Yeah. Okay, so this is the second. This is the second touch of harmony zone number two. Okay, okay, okay. Alrighty. 18. Uh, okay, so 18. Let's see if they get back up there. 22. Yeah. Fuck. That's a solid pushback. All right. So the how would I trap a lot of longs? If I'm here and I'm asking myself a question, how do I trap a lot of longs? Like I would run this thing back up again, close to that 20. You could even break it to 25 and get faded back in. And in that fade, you go all the way under 80. And that will everybody that got stuck in this 80 to 820 would be rolled over, then momentum can start picking up in a very decent way. Yeah, Ethan. I mean, that's just yeah, right there. That's what I would do. I mean, that's exactly what we were saying just a second ago. That's how you trap them. To the T. Yeah, we're gonna get to that 80 here in a second. Yeah, what a trap, right? Okay. So see now here we go. See that distribution that keeps just happening around that target of 832, and that's pressure. I mean, the key to a lot of this is really break under 82, really. So the shorts are still active. They are, and they're just making it look like the market is recovering, and then they just come back in and slam it. Break 82, then we got something going on. As long as the 832 we're trading under that level, then the short still viable. And the market is consolidating between harmony zone number 1 and 2. So I don't want to get short right here. I don't necessarily want to go long here, even though that idea has been, gathering traction. Market paused here, ran up. Most likely is going to pause here and run back up. I'd rather get short against this captain setup short on the 200 NT Rinko. All right, so we got our 80, 82 level. All right, rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 732. ES is going to bounce right up here a little bit. So that's going to get us an opportunity to look for a signal to go short into this behavior. I don't know. Like right here, that's a support. Okay. Run the stops, come back down. Most likely they're gonna run the stops here and come back up. ES is they have a switch trade right here. As long as we don't break 616.25 in this next candle, we have a good shot at breaking 13 and then pushing in Q along with it. Yeah, hey, thank you, Thomas. That's a good eye. Yep, a potential captain set up long at 97. Let's call it 98, and then that will rotate the market back up 98, and then well, see that's just into a whole number though. So you got to be very careful with those. But then you can get all 5 and 10s, which is resistance. So the market would have established that captain setup like literally straight into the middle of the neutral zone. So it needs to be a scalping trade um, if you decide to take it. So what are we learning from this market here? Market is in sync on the short side. I should be looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. The market is about to trigger a captain setup long on the 40 NT Rinko. So that if it gets up here, then the odds are we're going to see 05, probably 010, and we'll see if we can make a lower high that the market can sell off, then break that 80 into target of 732. So structurally, the market is telling me look for the shorts, but there's a pocket of buyers that I'm keeping an eye on. And that pocket is anything between now and 98. If they break the 98, then that pocket is really trying to mount a defense. Because what they've done is they ran the stops and now they're setting up a buy signal. So then I'm gonna see a rally. In that rally, what do I want to do? I'm looking for shorts. But a 40 NT Rinko captain setup typically has a little bit more strength to it. So we could see 10, we could see 15 and 20s and see what happened there. Here we go. So that's happening. Now let's see that push above 800. That is a requirement here. It's a requirement and it needs to be happening soon. So I'm testing the pocket, the pockets of the longs here, because there is a pocket of buying interest coming in here. There's no two ways about it. Here comes the 800 is showing, the 805 is showing. Okay. Are they strong enough to go to the 10s and the 20s? We'll see. You have an ES captain set up long as well. There you go. Was that understood? Kind of what we're looking at. And now that I decided not to take it, but I don't know if Thomas brought it to my attention. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it was in the support, harmony zone number one, or in this case, harmony zone number one is became support into harmony zone number two, which is resistance. Okay, so with this move, market is out of sync again, and with that, a possibility of breaking that 832 is there, which is really shifts the personality a tad bit in this market. We went from out of sync to in sync to out of sync, and it did it with a pocket of determined longs at that 98, between the 98 to the 90s. They just kept testing harmony zone number one over and over and over, and just decided that it's time. Here is the market is very prone to pullbacks. ES also put on a captain setup at 56.16, and the market ran up, and they're doing just something similar to what NQ is doing. Here we go. Here we go, Thomas. Good job, buddy. Good trades right there. 230, 265, 450, 745. Good job. You get the crown today. All right. So that shifts the market. The market is in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. We have harmony zone number one is 807 by 797, then 82 by 72. If we break the 800, we'll reevaluate the longs. There's an issue though, and that issue is there is a tremendous level of resistance that's going to be in and around Globex at 857.75. Then you have the full body of the captain setup on the 200 NT Rinko that we're smack running into it. So I need to be very careful. I mean, only on deep pullbacks that gets retested with a higher low into a harmony zone that I would look for a long, because I need that distance away from Globex, and I need the testing and the flushing of the shorts out of these areas in order for me to kind of justify the risk associated with taking a trade into harmony zone not harmony zone, but Globex and this area. Okay. From the risk perspective, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like right now, the market is just running. Okay, well, good for you. You know, I, I mean, either I was long at that captain setup or not. I mean, we're right there, like literally right there. All right, so we hit harmony zone. I mean, not harmony zone, but Globex faded first touch. It's almost always it works that way on a first touch basis. Most likely, we're going to see reversion to the mean in 33. Um, Harmony zone shifted back up to 32 by 22, 807 by 97. It's based on the Harmony trading system. Maybe, baby. And it is based on understanding price action, and also it's based on looking at how stops are handled in the market by institutions. So right now this is where we at for the day. We're up 835 on multiple decisions. Good day. And I'm done for the day. That's it. We are done. How's everybody doing across the board before we get off the mic here? How's Adam doing? DJ, G Money, any trades? Sheila, Rebecca, any more trades? Thomas, you're holding put. So maybe it's just the more you see it, the more it starts to get in sync. We have a system an algo that plots targets, support and resistance levels, and trading signals. And it's going to tell you where everything is at and where I'm looking for and why. So the more you see it, it starts sinking in. All right, so across both, Thomas 970, $100 and micro. Okay, here we go. G Money, that's good stuff right there. Good job, Ethan. Yeah, I mean, that's the key actually, is to trade where the stops are triggered and to identify that. And that's just a very important aspect of how you read the market. How you read the market is where do people place most of their stops. Reading that part of the game gives you very solid insight to where the institutions are actually operating. Hey, Joseph, it's not an only up. It's a process that's working, and you got what you got out of it for the day. So just take it, embrace it, be thankful for it, and tomorrow's another day. There you go. Rebecca's cooking with gas. She's going after it here. Yeah, I mean, it just, I mean, that's kind of a part of our read today. I mean, like, and part of this read here that we talked about was like, all right, the market, how do people trap? They literally will get the price up to our resistance zone, Harmony zone number 2 in this case, at that time, and they'll tick the market just like 1 or 2 ticks. Sometimes there's a rhythm to it, by the way, and then just boom, fade it, because they're trapping. They're getting rid of the shorts, and then they're trapping the longs in what looks like a breakout, which is most breakouts will fail. And guess what happens? They reverse it. Well, that's liquidity for the institutions. And I need to be, as a trader, be very conscious of where that happens. How does it happen? To what extent does it happen? Does it happen for a point or two, or does it happen for 10 points, 15 points? Reading that is very critical, And how do a signal look like to me at these levels? So that's part of the game. and part of understanding the Harmony trading system. So I'm done for the day, guys. So that is it. Good work, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. What was that? Good job, Ethan. Keep it up, man. You've been doing very good, from what I gather. Make sure you like, subscribe, and so you could get the notification for the stream. We stream daily from 8:30 Central to 11 o'clock. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.